Good morning, sixth graders. Today is Friday, the 11th. Today's topic is going to be Egypt and their form of writing called hieroglyphics. The two questions we're going to be answering today are: what form of writing did the Egyptians use, and how does it compare to Mesopotamia's? So today you're going to start on the front page. Actually, instead of going to an independent reading, you're going to start on the front page. Start by filling in the blanks. This is your do now, so go ahead and begin. All right, go ahead and check your answers. If you got something incorrect, please erase and correct your answer. This unit has completely flown by. You know so much about ancient Egypt, and it has only been 5 days. Think about how amazing this civilization is. The Egyptian civilization was right on the banks of the longest river in the world, the Nile River. Unlike today, people in Egypt wanted the Nile to flood because it made the land fertile and easy to farm. Later on, we learned about the social structure of Egypt and how people in Egypt considered the pharaoh to be a god. Afterwards, we talked about Egyptian religion and the different steps it took to preserve the dead body from decaying. One of the largest steps was to put natron, or a type of salt, on the dead body to dry it out. If a pharaoh passed away, then he would be buried in a large structure called a pyramid. We still don't know exactly how those were built. All right, this is going to be our independent reading this time, and your job will be to follow along in the reading and answer the questions to the right. This is hieroglyphics. The ancient Egyptians believed that it was important to record and communicate information about religion and government. Thus, they invented written scripts that could be used to record this information. The most famous of all ancient Egyptian scripts is called hieroglyphics. However, throughout 3,000 years of ancient Egyptian civilization, at least 3 other scripts were used for different purposes. Using these scripts, scribes were able to preserve the beliefs, history, and ideas of ancient Egypt in temple and tomb walls and on papyrus scrolls. If you need to reread the paragraph, go ahead and do so, but your job now is to answer the questions to the right. We're going to do number 1 together. The name of the civilization is Egypt. Go ahead and write that down on your paper. And then the next question asks for the purpose for using writing. Why did Egyptians use hieroglyphics? Go ahead and write down your answer. The purpose of writing was to record and communicate information about religion and government. Name of the famous script. The name of their most famous script was hieroglyphics. A script is a type of writing. Just like we have regular normal printing, which is how most of us write. And we also have cursive, which not as many people learn nowadays, but that's our different type of script. For the Egyptians, their most famous one was hieroglyphics. Your job is to answer the remaining 2 questions on your page. Do this now. Go ahead and move on to the next page right here where you can see what hieroglyphics looked like. What I want you to do is just like what we did with cuneiform. First, circle the letters in your name. If your name has the same letter more than once, circle it twice, or as many times as you need. Next, go ahead and write your name in hieroglyphics on the bottom of your page. Do this now. All right, now go to this page right here. This is the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone was discovered a long time ago, and it gave us really valuable information about Egypt and some other civilizations. So it's a primary source. I want you to take a look at the Rosetta Stone. What do you notice about this stone? Look closely. That's right. You should notice that there's 3 different languages. Please write that down on your page. So the Rosetta Stone is important because it helped us figure out what hieroglyphics meant. Since it was in 3 different languages, we could translate hieroglyphics. The 2 other languages there were actually more recent. So there's Greek and Demotic on this as well, 2 other languages. Hieroglyphics dates back farther than both of those languages. But we knew how to translate Greek and we knew how to translate Demotic. So then we were able to translate hieroglyphics because all of these different parts of the stone said the same thing, just in a different language. Pretty cool, right? So you're going to stop right there and get ready to transition. So make sure all questions are answered, be ready to discuss, and keep it 100, 6th graders.